I think I got like Choco saying, we don't have money, videos on Sunday, what's that? Okay? Can you leave them? Okay. But previously, if we perform literature the way it's just your books, okay? But you see the reception comes in because one of the people that was there was a poet and decided let's bring poems. Yes. And now the admin is coming on board because they have seen I see. And that's the problem. But I will let you know that in Kampala, poetry has now diversified. Previously, it was a couple of people. Yeah? But the trick I told you is the fusion of music and poetry. Now it gave a concept where people are coming to attend, let me say, to see another way. And then they're attending a poetry, also recite the first and last. And they actually realize this is magnificent. Yeah? And they're like fun. And from that point they're like, you know what? We are doing this over and over again. You get it? And that's changing. Yeah? Now previously we love wines and etc. and all that. But then the problem also goes back to exposure. How many poetry groups do you know out of Kampala?
That are in Masaka, where what you mentioned.
Out of Kampala.
Yeah, out of Kampala. Now, I will let her know that Ginger has a poetry club.
Ginger is my band.
No, I'm coming. Ginger has a poetry club. And we actually, people go and poets can visit it, and those people have an audience. Yeah? Mbali has a poetry. Yes, but you see, I'm getting to distant areas. Yeah? Mbali.
The young lady talked about Masaka.
Yes,
No,
I'm coming.
I think we should understand why those shouldn't be used as case studies, just a little bit. You know, those are places which have, we talk about races and the people who live there. And you know, those are happening places. We talk about Mbale, Jinja, Photo, those places. We can serve a case because we have people from Kampala who got photo for a weekend. And then Bobby could just carry you to photo to entertain them.
Okay, I will just be quiet, yeah? But do you know that Lira, Aroa have poetry groups?
Yeah, those are very good.
They actually do, and they are strong.
This young girl, Mercy, you know Mercy?
There's Mercy, there's Amma. With those people, organize shows. Peter Kagay went that way, and we did even know. You see, that's a problem of exposure, yeah? It's on your merit, yeah, that you expose yourself. Peter Kagay went there, and they actually came back and told us, we actually found that people in Lira, most poets have actually published books. Okay? And people don't know this, yeah? But when they organized an event recently, I think they got about 350 people.
That's a big crowd.
And you see, now the problem with people is they think Kampala is only Uganda.
True.
If you want to sell your art, skip Kampala.
Go to Masaka.
Move. Yeah? And that's what poets have failed to do. Okay? And even people that purchase books, yeah? You're concentrating on purchasing from Kampala and a poet from Kampala. Now let you know you can make more sales going to Mbale as a Kampala man because they'll be like, man, that's a Kampala poet. And they're going to buy all your books. Yeah? And they respect art. Those games respect art. And I don't think that's a problem. But the problem is how do we diversify?
I guess you see that's what she wants to do. That take yourself Edwin tonight with your few friends around, friends in the crowd. Go back to hostel or go back to class. Sit down and say, let's go to school X and Y in Masaka. Can we introduce a poetry thing there? Then it starts great because I'm sure that's what you want, not so.
Now the problem is what helps an art grow? The state. No, let me tell you why. The state. Yeah? I will let you know that National Theatre is available, and it can help you. How many theatres do we have? All these designated places in a room for any art. Okay. Second, because you see poets, we have not reached a level where we make 100 million a show. So you won't hire a place that is asking for 15 million.
That's what she has said.
So what happens is we are doing the schools to get the audience, and the audience has grown. In that now shows we can get to be a big number. And that's why I told you the progress is there. It's still growing. But the challenge is now we have the fund we have a poetry session in Uganda. And we have a president, we have a cabinet. I sit on the executive committee. But I'll let you know that so many times, have you ever heard of, let's say, you've heard the sub of the music money, etc. How many times have you ever heard that poets are going to be given money for facilitating?
You're not in the national cake.
And the thing is, we are there. But the problem is, how many of those people are going to sit and be like, we are allocating this money there? And poets, of course, I also blame the poets. We have not been as assertive as much. Yeah? We have a president who has never gone to. You see, in Uganda now, we have reached a stage where you have to riot to get things. Yeah?
When you riot, we put you behind.
Of course, but I'll let you know that these people have just sat back. Yeah? Poets got COVID money. They sent us money.
COVID money?
Yes, yes, they sent us money. How much money?
From government?
100,000 government money that they're giving to us.
Individual.
They get it was but I'll let you know. But I'll let you know. That's why I'm saying we on the state came. But the problem is how much money have they given us? You get the point? If they are saying musicians are getting 10 million, how much are poets getting?
The musicians made someone.
You get exactly, they made someone somewhere.
And they get
and that's the problem.
So why didn't you
That's why I'm always saying
saying
being assertive as poets. Yeah? And we are getting there. And we are getting there. Because now what we have decided is we are now evolving. Our poetry session has only lasted a year. So we are going forward. So we are diversifying. And trust me, when we have the funds, poetry session of Uganda is going to be a big deal in making sure every school has to have an assigned poetry.
I pray for one thing, you become president of the Poetry Association in Uganda. However, like you said, the state does this or that, I'll tell you again, you get frustrated.
No, of course, but we are
frustrated. Because now, I want us to deal with reality. Let us not sugarcoat anything. That so-and-so has done this, so-and-so is not doing this. Sometimes what I believe in is move out of yourself and do it.
Yeah.
So, this young lady's point is what I'll support. Edwin, get your friends, go to that school in Masaka. For me, I want you to be close to Masaka, whether the association is giving you money or not, because, see, we've talked here, everyone who started the session, this young man is very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. Now, you need to know that everyone has come here this evening, has come to see you, not me.
Yeah,
They don't want to see me, they don't want to hear me talk, they want to hear you talk. But everything you've been speaking about is sense. You made much sense. Now they want to see that assertive nature. You tell us that you have to be assertive. That's what they want.
And I promise you this. You see, after my wedding, you see, sometimes we are careful because we have to do certain things. I keep telling people, after the wedding, let's push this, carry.
Let's wait.
And we are going to go in.
Yes, let's get to Louis's question.
Yes,
Louis,
yeah,
can you repeat your question?
I can't. Well, I asked in relation to how can we synchronize the modern literature with our African literature to make it richer? Because I've realized from this very little reading I've done that post-colonial times, these people had written a lot of literature about us, but they carried it on and took it back. Some of it is seated in their home libraries, and some of it is seated in their public libraries, but we have not gotten it. To one extent that I know of people who want steal books in their shelves and bring them back and say, look, this is where we've come from. These are our forefathers. This is what was done to them. So, how can we synchronize what we pick from our forefathers vis-a-vis what the white man has taught us?
Now, I'll begin with this. Yeah? I love the fact that now we are starting to get trainers in this school. I understand also the fact that right now it is very easy for you to get an audience when your poetry includes an African concept. It is very nice, yeah? If I'm going to, how many of you have heard of anyone, yeah? I've heard of anyone performing Uganda poetry. There is a way it is very intriguing and catchy, yeah? That even your English would not keep up. Get the point?
That's good. Listen, Louis.
Yes.
Can you perform in Uganda? Can you sing perform in Uganda? You can't. Proceed.
Yeah, but shall get there. But see, now I'll actually give you something here that actually is important. But now the fusion we did is we made most poems. You normally performance poems that you want to perform have some English and Luganda. Yeah? When someone says Nabi was my everything. Get the concept? I've used two languages in one. I've said Nabi was my everything. Omukazi oyo Nabi. She took everything from me. I see. I'm arranging Luganda, English. I'm also relating to the fact that I am not going to stick to one particular concept.
In a nutshell, when you do that, you do a lot of colloquialism.
Yes, but then it doesn't answer its question. Okay. Because now we have things like Pan-Africanism. Get the point? How best are we doing Pan-Africanism? You see, people always say I'm a Pan-Africanist. You are a joke. A Pan-Africanist cannot be a Pan-Africanist when all your concepts are derived from modernizing Africa. How many, I got a chance to actually meet a true Pan-Africanist. This man actually said, from his dress code, he had, how do they call, good yams? The scale.
But it is skinny yams.
There's what they call it. In Uganda, there's something. Ediba yams. And this man, his shoe was a Ediba yams. His shirt was African shirt. Trust me, by the look of it, we knew this is an exceptional man. Of course, he had the concept where he said, it is the monastic, I hope you still believe in Christ. And it's like, we are in the middle. What you get? Because he was saying, do you believe that actually the people, how many monuments in the, this was a question he posed and I was like, how many monuments do you know in the world that have lived more than the pyramid in Egypt? Tell me. How many of you have seen?
Yes,
No, generally, yes. How many of you have seen a place that you can say our ancestry? How many of you know that the ancestry of Uganda started 3,000 years ago? Did you know that the Waganda, you can compare them to the people in the US, because the Waganda went and got the Ethiopians who are now Ethiopians. They went and got some other cultures, and intermarried them, and then there's a concept he also brought it up and saying that's how they actually call them the Muganda. It's about a stick. When you join them together, when you join them together, they make one Muganda. Now that is how the Muganda name came. Like we are all together, and that's how intermarriages in Uganda became strong. Okay? Now, do you know that our African culture has started a long time ago? These people came and borrowed our culture, tried to take it back, and then came back to modernize us with their own beliefs. Now that takes us back to those particular concepts. Why don't we have these particular concepts from the poem I'm going to perform for you? When we used to harvest, we used to harvest as we dance. Poetry started long time ago. It was whenever someone went and giving us energy, whenever someone died, there is someone singing and giving people energy. Do we have that? Are writers writing about that? You get the concept? So you as a Pan-Africanist, have you, because you see, to be a great writer, you need to be a great reader or a great researcher. Now this is why I keep telling people that, these books now, for example, this book, it's a particular kind of society. As your first book, you're also writing it to, of course, include every crowd, You're trying to bring people on board that you actually do this. My first book, don't be shocked if it's talking about the different tribes and how they have come very far from. Because I'll be speaking about what they did long time ago and how they did things and how they loved. How did your grandmother love your mother? Were they going on dates to Serena? I don't think so. But wasn't their love strong? Have you written about that? And that's a good concept.
Right. I hope Edwin is answering the questions. Let me welcome only one last question. please.
Okay, it's not
Okay, 2 now. Begin.
Mine is about malnutrition.
Yours is about?
Malnutrition, like how has the Ugandan poetry tried to make the poetry national? Maybe putting it on media.
One, we have now in touch with great poets. And I don't know if you know any great poets out there. Yeah. But anyway, that's interesting in great poets. Yeah? And we have gotten a chance to be able to reach a point where we actually in close contact with as a group, not individuals. He's giving us a platform. And for him, I'll let you know that I think he's one of the poets that has actually made it in everywhere. In a royal poet. He does poets for BBC. He's a Ugandan. He often comes here. Right. So we have got a chance to have him, and I think that's a great poet. And I'll let you know that is a step. You get? But it goes back to the quality.
What you're producing.
Quality of what you produce.
Is it audio or is it just reading?
He does both. He does poetry presentations, oral. He writes. He does podcasts. Yeah. He actually does documentary poetry. So it's diverse. But you see, then it goes back to opportunity. Yeah? You got that opportunity only because you walked through being down to introduce Harry at American's wedding. And he was being using now they take their royals. Oh, this is what they did this. Oh, this is all over him. Employment, yes, sign contract. Yeah, let's do this. You're getting support. He was nobody. From nowhere, he's one of the coconut people. But you see, it goes back to the particular same concept that I was talking about. Yeah. If personally, one of my weaknesses, yeah, I usually tell people I like that being up more. Yes. Because it's so easy for me. It's so easy for me to just pass around. Yeah. But I'll let you know, I failed to block my Instagram. You get the point? Not because even my YouTube. Yeah? But you see, even in my YouTube, I think the videos I would have put there, I will not say copyrighted, but to put them there also needs a certain process because our videos are done with you and those are their videos. Because they pay for them. They have systems.
Edwin,
yes?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Let me give you an offer. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do.
Get one weekend when you are free, Saturday or Sunday. You call me before. And you get calls from your book that are not really, like you said, that maybe into Wakakola in partnership with you. Okay. Get one weekend. I'll bring my cameras. I will film for you, edit, and we put on your YouTube channel for free.
And that's a start now. That's a thing. Now that's what I was going to.
You need to start pushing this thing. Chilime kubeera nti poem ogina eri mu katabo ka
because one thing I was telling you, I keep telling my friends that, and I'm like, I'm not a person that's going to do substantive. If I'm going to do something, then because that is your brand, it has your name to it. Right? The last time I ever made, and I actually posted it on YouTube just as we're having a session, me and Edwin just having a session with my friend's home, yeah? And just trying to sing out, we just rehearsal, yeah? And it was nice, yeah? So they credit the knife for the little, but the audio quality was poor, yeah? And I posted it, and I received, I think, 15 people telling me, Edwin, your brand, why are you posting something when the quality of the audio makes you come off wrong? Yeah? And I was telling them, I just wanted to try it out, but I just understand it. I can't do something. And also, of course, the second is many youth. Yeah? I don't know why they're speaking to more. I may not be able to employ you to a level of giving you 3 million to edit. You get? But how are you willing to receive what I can give you? You get that point? That is also a question. So that's employment. If you're managing my social media, yeah? I may not give you as much money as possible, but how are you willing to receive that for now? And we are growing together. You could receive more over time. But the youth don't understand that.
Thank you very much, Mr. is Edwin the Poet. In 1 minute, anybody without this copy of the book, his work, if you don't have this book, let me see, by show of hands, if you don't have this book, please, just raise your hands up like this. How many copies did you bring? Because each copy goes for 10 years, so
That's for 20.
for 20. So that is 40, 60, 70, 80. Okay, now here's what you're going to do. If you're sure you're supporting, because what we're doing is exactly we are supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring the copies to the restaurant. Come through with your money, please take the copy. Alternatively, we are going to give out the ones we have here.
Give you, and
Yes, then if you can't, you bring the money to the restaurant and give you. Then if you can access it, still you give him the money. Because he's a young guy, he's investing a lot of money in this, and we just need to support him. Basically that. So what does Sunny do?
Well,
Speak about Sunny in 1 minute.
what I said is basically, a collection of poetry, but it has an exception. If you're keen at the start, there is a starter, yeah? And then in the middle there is the main course. Now the main course is a starter is a poem by itself. Yeah? Main course is basically story poetry. How many of you have read a story poetry that you can read at a level? Like the first poem follows the next introduces you to the next. So you have to read them in chronological order to understand. So I knew such a book is not there. Majority of the poets are so, I'll call it lazy. They pick poetry they have written for over 5 years, put it in one collection, publish. No. I wanted a new test. Yeah? Let's try out story poetry. Yeah? So when you read here, you're going to see, and these are things that talk about family relationships. How many of you are going to be forced to marry as soon as you finish? You're there, the book addresses you. How many of you have had barren people that have a hard time to produce? But how many, you've seen the African setting, that's the concept I put up. You've seen the African setting, and that kind of thing of your grandmother, you're going to cause pressure, you bring me a husband, why the pressure? Bring me a child, why the pressure? So it proceeds to that, it has a murder, prison, it has etc, it has love, it needs actual sense, etc, you get? And that's what I wanted to do, yeah? And there are a lot of concepts, favoritism from parents, etc. So it's like I tried story poetry, yeah? Murder, society, etc. Yeah, so that's what I tried. Then the last, we have poetry that is comprised of poetry I've written before, then also poetry about Sengeja. In Uganda, Sengeja.
CV.
Yeah, CV. Save your words before you speak to a nation. There's even a statement here where I say, let me just see if I can get it. Yeah, it's like, if to slander not save the Olympics, some of you would be better than the gold Olympians. Like the Baganda would say, like many people tend to use their words, yeah, reckless, without sin, yeah, and all that. Yeah? So I wanted the book to end with that particular message, yeah? That as you finish this book, you understand that, you're intrigued by the last part, yeah, of okay, maybe this is the lesson I can. I tried my poetry in a form that every poem teaches one lesson.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Edwin the Poet. Edwin the Poet, please come. 4 weeks hosting this. 4 weeks we've done something very magnificent. We're trying to transform society, bring inspirational people to talk to us, people in our age brackets. And for Edwin the Poet, allow me to shake your hand. I'm honored. I'm really humbled. Edwin the Poet performs everything from his heart. You've seen the last poem he has done for us about the social violence and stuff like that. You can see that he has mastered this craft. He's not reading from the book. You're getting it. I liked when he was performing Professor Wangsa's poem. She reminded me of the times I used to see when I was in studio. But only at that time we had 3310, the Nokias. We didn't have the smartphones. So we had Nokia 3310. You go to the messages, put all your lyrics there, then when you reach studio, you put them down on paper, and you get your headsets on, the headphones, you get behind that mic, enter the booth, you get behind the mic and do what you're doing, and you put out music. but I guess music was never my calling. So that's where the name Bobby comes from. I'll get time, I'll explain that name someday, sometime. For Edwin, he has given us a very beautiful story. It's been a huge, huge pleasure having him this evening come through for this. And I'm sure everybody who has attended, everybody back home watching this, you've picked something and you've learned something. I pray this continues. I pray we continue meeting as buddies. I pray we continue exchanging contact. I don't want us to meet along the one we keep distancing ourselves from each other. We've started in this small room. Tomorrow we are going to grow. The young lady requested you to go to Masaka. I want to be surprised when you're in the BBC tomorrow. I want to be surprised. We all know that there is a genesis of something. And for you, you already set your genesis. You continue to add on to this now, we lesson we understand. By the time we get to the leads, by the time we get to see you grow, by the time we get to see you opening up a few things, we all saw that also because of the weekend, right?
Yes.
We saw what Chris Rock and Will Smith did. Those guys are training. Those guys are making money. We are busy talking about them. In my opinion, there is no bad journalism. There is no bad publicity. So, somebody actually put out a tweet saying, imagine Will Smith is this mad in March. What we did do, it was August. You get what I'm saying? Of course, they are putting up the wife and other stuff. You know all those things. So, yeah. Basically, you understand what public relations is. So, there's no bad publicity. Edwin, I'm only here to tell you one thing. Do your thing. Do not give up. You've taken this path of poetry. It's a long journey, I'll tell you. It's really a long journey. Very, very long. It takes a huge toll on you. You forego a few things. You said sometimes go to church and yes, your friends could probably be going there every weekend and you're going once in all month. So you're foregoing a few things you have to sacrifice. But I know out of all this sacrifice, it will always fail. Guys, I'll tell you this. The good Lord we worship, depending on how you call him Allah, Jehovah, whatever name you want to call him. It's just God. This does not change. It will never change. He never forgets. That person we worship out there. He never forgets. He knows all our efforts. He knows that you young lady, you young guy here, you've been doing well, most especially because today most of you are law students. You've studied for 4 years. You're not getting a retake from first year to fourth year. You don't think you're going to get it this semester? No. You're writing your papers, you never. You're not going to get that retake. Please, don't even think about it. Just go, rest. As your friends are busy saying, you want to go read in Hamokasa, read in Uganda and Rumu, the DH, the dining hall. Don't even bother. Just go to Vienna, play your music. I know some of you sleep at Vienna Girls Hostel. So just go there, sleep. I'm telling you out of experience. And it's not about the course you're doing or what, no, it's the reality. You tend to panic when the exams are coming. You get in it. You tend to panic and whatever you read, whatever Mr. Edwin told you, you start mixing it up. So don't even bother. Just go rest, shower, be on your phone, go meet friends. It's now time to relax. Next week you'll be not having lectures, right? All you're having are probably discussions and stuff like that, right? Create a timetable, discuss with your friends, do what you need. Don't stress yourselves. Your only opinion here, your only job in grad school is to be in school. Your parents are not paying you for any other thing. They don't be paying you to study. So when you're done with that, relax, guys. Don't join where we are. Because where we are is tougher than what you can imagine now. So, thanks very much for everyone who managed to come through. I appreciate your time you spared for this organization, for this fellowship. I remain Bobby, your host. I don't know about next week since guys are busy, but if I get somebody to convince me, we could probably be bringing someone a little bit influential, much influential, but yeah, we shall see. In case we don't get anyone, we shall always resume next semester. If you happen to be around next semester, you come. If you will not be around, everything will always be uploaded on our YouTube channel, UPENDO.MIKONO.CHARITY. Go through, watch this. See what Edwin has done today, go rewatch it. I think by Thursday it will be up, right? By Thursday or Friday it will be up. Yes, it takes time to edit and all that. Last week we had an artist here, so we cast a lot. We have to put everything out, you understand it? So, I appreciate it very much. Before we wind up, is there anybody who would want to say something, probably into a hustle, and you want us to support you?
My name is Edwin, and I do crochet. My Instagram page is called crochet-it.ug. So I do all kinds of crocheting. I do head socks, I do clothes, I do dresses, anything you want, as long as it's crochet. Because I believe that thread brings out the beauty in us. Everything you're putting on is thread, though my thread is a bit different. It's thicker and beautiful. So if you want, I'm right here, you can come to me, I'll give you my contact and you can check out with me.
Read out your contact.
My number is 0781334459. That's all. Thank you so much.
Next person.
Okay, thank you for all that have come through. Like Herbert said, this program will be up around Thursday or Friday. You can check out the YouTube page, UPENDO.MIKONO.CHARITY. Now for my case, I have an online channel. It's called Prince Media Television on TikTok and YouTube. Those that are into podcasts, you check on Spotify, you look for Prince Radio. I'm requesting, humbly requesting, take time off when you're free. Look at some of the content I've done on my page, either on TikTok or on YouTube. Subscribe, suggest topics, and we push ourselves together. This Thursday, between 7 to 8, I'll be having a gentleman from Migrant Workers Association. He's going to talk about this whole issue of migrant workers. We have seen stories. We have had sisters that have gone to the different Arab countries to work and they get issues. So I'll have a gentleman to talk about the whole issue of migrant workers. This Thursday between 7 to 8. It will be aired between 7 to 8 on YouTube.
Next person.
My number, in case if you want any photography or videography for anything, 0701 192449. All those that have received my card, you can have it.
That is a limited job. Russia's any other person involved in any hustles?
Hi, I'm Nadia Naresti. To all the readers, like Edwin, I run an online library. It's called the Tumaini Pan-African Audiovisual Library.
It's called?
The Tumaini Pan-African Audiovisual Library. On Twitter, we are Tumaini_Africa. You can just look out for tag Africa. We call out all African authors. Right now, we give a privilege to Ugandan authors. We look for poems, we look for novels, and all professional writing. We love audiobooks, e-books, and the animated versions.
Thank you, Resty. The next person. Please go through anything you do.
Hi, you guys. I just want to call you guys for an World Autism Awareness Day walk. It's going to be on Saturday, 2nd April. We are going to be at Katikati Grounds. So please come, let's support autistic people and make autism. Let's just spread the word about autism.
When is it? When is it?
It's on April.
April.
2nd April, this Saturday at Katikati Grounds. That's where it starts and that's where it's ending. So please you guys come through to be fun.